Yeah, I'm not going to have any rhyming stuff for this guy. So on the 8th day of Midscore, the GOAT just sent to us. It's a story from r/entitled people, and the title is Don't Date Women with Kids. Sorry, I blanked out my meds right now, too. What's up, WikiManiacs? It's your punny Pinoy John hosting another 12 Days of Midscore episode. This is day number 8. As usual, I'm joined by the handsome duo, Josh and Sean. What's up, baby boys?
Hello.
Hello.
You're taking over a Friday today, John.
Whoa.
It is a Friday episode?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not an Am I the Asshole?
No,
I'm sorry.
it's not a true
I should have
Friday.
went first, Josh.
No, that's okay.
Damn it. All right. Well, the Midscore. If this is your first time listening to these episodes, what we do is it's a 12 Days of Midscore episode. Basically, 12 stories for the next how many days? And this is day 8. So you got how many more stories left to go?
Or after this.
You can do the math, y'all. We don't have to do it.
Nope, can't do math. All right. Ready to hop on this story, brothers.
Do it.
Do it.
All right. This one is from r/entitled people, and the OP unfortunately deleted their post.
Coward.
Coward. All right. So the title goes as this: Don't date women with kids. And on parentheses, they put, took an incel to lunch today.
Oh, I understand. Okay. I thought it was OP saying don't date women with kids, but I'm guessing it's the date that said that.
The incels.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'm a 35-year-old man, and today I did a favor for my wife, you, who is a concierge manager at a Niagara Falls hotel. Her friend's brother is moving to my city, and my wife helped him secure a job at the hotel where she works. You asked me to take him out to lunch and show him around the city because he's super socially awkward and has no friends here. He's also 25 years old. For the sake of this post, I'll call him Cletus. Okay.
I appreciate the creativity. It's usually like John or,
Josh or Sean.
Yeah.
Who the fuck
It's one
are
of the
these guys,
three
right?
basic
Times
names.
Kyle.
I picked up Cletus, and socially awkward doesn't even begin to describe how socially inept he is. He's a bit rude and crude, and I don't particularly like him. However, I remain polite. I had promised to take him out, so I did. We embarked on a city tour, visiting places like the Ripley's Museum and an arcade, and then we had lunch at a small diner. While we were seated near the door, eating our meal and awkwardly conversing, a woman entered the restaurant pushing a stroller, and she was alone. It was as if a switch flipped in Cletus's head because his demeanor drastically changed. He went from being merely awkward to openly disgusted and angry.
What?
Oh,
And that's when his true nature emerged. Nader, Cletus. Holy shit,
holy
guys.
moly.
I asked Cletus what was wrong, and he answered by saying, "That's disgusting." I inquired, "What's disgusting?" He replied, "Her, right there." I looked at him puzzled and asked, "What's wrong with a mom pushing her kid?" He said, "Oh, she's ruined." I didn't understand, so I responded,
Oh, God.
"Eh?" They put A, so I don't know if there's the Canadian side of Niagara Falls.
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
It has to be.
Also very beautiful. I wish you were there with us, Josh. That was fun.
I will
was
say
nice.
just across the border is not much different than Canada. So.
I heard the Canadian side is
better.
Way
Yeah.
better.
Oh,
than
no, I meant
Buffalo
the
side.
people. Like,
Oh, the
so they could be
people.
saying A in like Buffalo or something like that.
Oh.
It would be very
Oh.
similar.
Hey, shout out Bill's Mafia. I feel like they have like the best fan base. So
So they do.
he literally said she is. She parties too much and open her legs for everyone. Now she
Huh?
I know.
We're making
Cletus, what
bold
the fuck?
assumptions.
Now she has to face the consequences, and he feels sorry for the kid.
Like, do you know her? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, what if she was just by herself that day and her partner's at home or
Yeah.
something or at work? What the fuck? I remained utterly confused, so I had to ask, "What do you mean?" Because I genuinely couldn't comprehend his perspective at that point. He said, "It's because women like to open their legs left and right."
Not
Good-
for you, Cletus.
Not for you, Cletus.
Fucking
Not once
got him.
for you, Cletus.
Mm. Good guys like himself can't find a woman because they're all easy.
Now,
how is
if
that?
they are easy,
Now, wait a second.
you would think.
That they would, be there with you.
carry the one.
Cletus?
I don't think the math is
It's not
math
adding
on
up.
that one.
Oh boy. They all have kids, and he would never consider dating a woman with kids because they're all used up. Boy, Cletus is a fucking idiot.
Oh my god.
He also claimed that single mothers raise kids to be prostitutes or criminals and that they can't do it without a man.
Didn't he
He
get his
believed-
job given to him by a woman?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you
He
talking
can't even
about?
get a job by himself. He believed the kids need a proper man in their lives to grow up as effective adults. I sat there shocked and managed to say, "Oh wow." Ask Cletus, "Are you sure you're all right?" Seriously, you see a woman walking with her kid to a restaurant at 12:30 in the afternoon and you instantly think single mother? That whore? You know nothing about her. She's in a restaurant. She's busy. She's hungry. But you see her by herself pushing a stroller and you just think she's easy? And I pointed out, even in your argument, you made points on why you should date a woman with kids for the kid's sake. You said that the kid needs a man in their life or they're going to be a criminal. So why not be that guy? Why not step up to the plate?
True.
Why not meet a good woman and be a dad to those kids? For society, so they don't grow up to be criminals because you're such a good guy. And now here's where the story gets even more interesting. The woman had been seated by this time just a short distance from us. A really good looking man walked into the restaurant, scanned the area, spotted her, walked over, gave her a kiss on the cheek, and sat down. It turned out to be her husband.
Yeah.
Kind of like what we were kind of
You
predicting. Like,
dumb
what if they were just
motherfucker.
fucking parking the car or some
Yeah.
shit?
Also, wouldn't matter either way.
If she was single mother, yeah.
Yeah.
If anything, that's a moral reflection on dudes fucking
Yeah.
being deadbeats and leaving fucking women when they have kids or they have a responsibility of being a fucking father. That should be a better question to ask. What the fuck
Exactly.
are dudes doing?
Or their partner passed and you're just a terrible person for
And we don't
being
know.
a piece of
Yeah.
shit.
We don't fucking know.
Yeah. There's so many reasons not to
Exactly.
judge someone.
I was utterly disgusted with Cletus at this point, and I had other plans to show him the city that day. I told him, "Hey man, I'm going to pay for the food and we're getting out of here. I'm taking you home." And on the drive back, when we got in front of his apartment, I said, "Cletus, I got something to say to you before you go. You gotta fix your attitude. You gotta change your way of thinking towards people. If you keep this up, you're going to be a very sad and lonely man. Women can tell when you're just a bad person. The kind of person you are can be seen without words. And when I met you, when you first got in my car, I knew something was off. I didn't know exactly what, but I could tell. You really need to work on that, or you'll never be happy." And that was it. He got out and went inside. Later that day, when you got home, I told her everything, and I made it clear that I wouldn't be taking him out again and couldn't be friends with this guy. And then there's a bunch of edits, a little bit. Edit, just need to say thank you to my wife, I typed this out, but she was kind enough to edit it for me, so it was not a hot mess of run-on sentences and poor grammar and punctuation. Shout out to fucking your partner for
Yeah.
fucking assisting you on that. And then a few more edits. Edit. Holy shit, you're not going to believe this. He just saw this post and his sister just called my wife because he called her a crime. I didn't even use his real name. And then he also put, Opie also put, he saw this post and wants me to take it down. I'm totally not going to do that.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, fuck that.
Fuck you. Oh, not fuck you. You's cool. But
Yeah,
fuck you, Cletus.
Yeah, fuck Cletus.
Fuck Cletus.
Yeah.
Is what we meant.
We should Cletus deletus his ass. No?
Mm-hmm,
Okay.
Sean, anything?
Fuck me.
Fuck you.
Oh, brother.
No, not you.
This guy's.
He's still sick, guys. He's still sick.
I am.
Yeah. I hope Cletus read every single comment and hopefully takes it to heart and realizes that maybe I am a piece of shit
Yeah.
and changes his ways.
Doubt it.
Doubtful. He's gonna be like, oh my god, this fucking woke nation
Yeah.
type of shit. Probably. But there's hope that
He's gonna start a podcast.
Then again, if he's crying and telling them to take it down, probably not. He's probably not taking it to heart.
Oh, I bet you this is one of those fucking red pill idiots who say like, oh, women are like, or some, you know how they compare women to fucking like, oh, like a lock that can open up many doors or keys or whatever bullshit that is. He's one of those.
Yeah,
red
he's
pill
exactly
fuckers.
that person. Everything he said is exactly what one of those people would say, like the fresh and fit guys or
Ugh, fuck those
anyone
fools.
in that like manosphere podcast. That's exactly what they would say.
If you have to describe yourself as a nice guy, you are not a nice guy.
I honestly didn't know nice guy was a bad word until.
I mean, fair.
Podcast.
That might be a chronically online thing. That's just
Yeah, but I'm just like, because before that, I'd be like, oh, yeah, I'm nice. I'm a guy. I don't know. But like, it's just, I don't understand how that audience exists. Because one, you're getting no bitches. Two, you're listening to other people who don't get no bitches. And then I just don't get, what is your end goal?
it's just anger.
I don't know. Yeah. Why?
They might get bitches, but they're not going to get a fucking sustained relationship that will, like, make them happy in the long
No.
run.
Oh,
type of
but
shit.
I just can't imagine. I mean, do you think there are women out there that are like, yeah, I mean, Andrew Tate's tight.
I doubt it. Not many.
Yeah, I just can't. He ran a prostitution ring. And by, I don't know. What is the end game here? Also, before the comments start rolling in, I'm not calling all women bitches. That was just a
yeah. It's just I understand. I understand.
We've been doing this for like 3 years. They know what you mean, John. Well, actually, not really.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, and you could cut most of this out. I don't know. I just don't understand, like, how people resonate with it. I can get being, like, lonely and maybe being, like, socially inept and being like, oh, man, why don't women talk to me? Reading that and then being like, oh, that's the reason?
Because it's easier to blame someone else than having a self-reflection.
100%.
Because it's just like, dude, I mean, when you're on that thing and you're like, man, I don't get women. And then I see all these women being like, damn, that guy sucks. And that's who I'm listening to for advice. So maybe that's why I'm not getting, meaningful relationships. I just don't get it. It's so weird. What a weird cycle.
Well, it's a lot of what John said. Like, people are feeling more and more isolated, especially after the pandemic, with being in a more and more online world, not being able to form in-person relationships. And so then, like John said, instead of looking inward and being like, oh, maybe I should join a club or go meet people, it's like, no, it's women's fault or it's blank's fault. And it's just like, and then they just attach to whoever is saying that over and over again to make themselves feel better.
It's just so sad. You know what I mean?
It is.
And unluckily, I guess, it's the type of content that resonates, that kind of gets more views out there. And we've said it in the past too, like, the more hateful the more hateful the content is, it kind of gets pushed out more because of all the hateful comments that are being pushed out. But the people who does get to see that, it's like, you know what? Maybe they do have a point, but really it's just like, dude, this is kind of an idiotic fucking
just
thing.
like when I see people like rage bait or like troll, I'm just like, does that bring you joy? Like, I don't
because that's
get
what gets
it, bro.
interaction.
Yeah.
Did you look at our TikTok account?
Yeah.
The angry ones are usually the ones that do the best.
Yeah, that's crazy. The internet
Say
needs to
Some
be
of our
Mama
fixed.
wholesome videos fucking go crazy.
Dang.
Yeah.
At least for the most part.
Yeah. Mama Lynn was the exception.
To the exception, yeah.
But even then,
There's a
there's
few.
someone to be angry at in that story. So
People are just mad about everything, all right?
Yeah.
But that's I guess that's
We're
it.
ending the you with
See?
self-reflection. I'm sorry, guys.
See you guys tomorrow.
Bye. We hope you enjoyed this 12 Days of Midscore. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast to hear every single day. If you want early access, we are dropping the 12 Days of Midscore in 2 parts for our Patreon and YouTube members. To subscribe, just go to patreon.com/cultivate podcast network or head on over to our YouTube channel and hit join. For the month of December, we are doing 15% off our Patreon memberships, so be sure to get it while it's hot. And finally, check out our Reddit on Wiki merch at our shop at redditonwikishop.com. Once again, all the links in the show notes, so go check that out. Thank you for listening and have a happy holidays.